Alright, now let's go on. We have IELTS Listening Part 2 and the real party is going to start. Let me tell you, this test is quite challenging. If you take a look at Part 4, multiple choice questions. And it's very unusual to have multiple choice questions in Part 4. In Part 4, commonly we have one word only, right? But actually this is somewhat old pattern, but you never know. Multiple choice questions may appear in any part of IELTS, 1, 2, 3 or 4. So this test will actually give you some insights. Question number 11, according to the speaker, the main purposes of the park are. Now they've mentioned two purposes, right? So the main purposes of the park are option A, education, entertainment. If both options are in the audio and the main purposes, A will be the right answer. Option B, research and education. Now one is education plus entertainment. If it isn't that, then research, education. And finally research and entertainment. See how confusing it is. And now they don't have these type of questions anymore. Now they have more insano wale questions. But otherwise, see, it can be very confusing that in one option, education is in two options, research is in two options, entertainment is in two options. So you need to pick up. Now they will tell you the purpose of the park and they will tell you, for example, well, the primary function of the park is not education, as some people think. Education is gone. Then you will focus an option which is without education, right? So I play the audio, please listen and answer.
Section 2. You will hear an introductory talk about a new agricultural park.
Welcome to Greenvale Agricultural Park. As you know, we've only been open a week, so you're amongst our first visitors. We have lots of fascinating indoor and outdoor exhibits on our huge complex, spreading hundreds of hectares. Our remit is to give educational opportunities to the wider public, as well as to offer research sites for a wide variety of agriculturists and other scientists.
So, education and research. Please listen again, some of you missed it.
Section 2. You will hear an introductory talk about a new agricultural park.
Welcome to Greenvale Agricultural Park. As you know, we've only been open a week, so you're amongst our first visitors. We have lots of fascinating indoor and outdoor exhibits on our huge complex, spreading hundreds of hectares. Our remit is to give educational opportunities to the wider public.
Okay, to give education opportunities to the wider public.
As well as to offer research sites.
As well as to offer the research. Now, education and research, that is option B.
It's for a wide variety of agriculturists and other scientists.
Okay, they didn't even talk about entertainment, right? So B will be the right answer. Now we have this map, questions 12 to 14. Label the plan below. Write no more than 2 words for each answer. So no more than 2 means maximum 2. Agricultural park. And can you see you are here? You are here, they will start the audio from there and then they will take you. Now when the map is in front of you, when they say you are here, if they say walk straight, right? And then they have given you north, west, east and south. Okay. Now, by the way, in this book, they have given you are here on the left side. Mostly they give you are here at the bottom. Then it is easier for you. You can go from, you enter from the bottom and then you can go here and there. Things are in front of you, but this is a bit from there. Anyways, now you can do one thing. On top of the map, you can write capital N. On the left side of the map, write capital W, W for west. On the right side of the map, you can write capital E, E for east. And at the bottom of the map, you can write S, S for south. Okay, and if this says southwest, southwest is that corner. This is south, this is west, this corner is southwest. If this says southeast, so it's the other one. This is south, this is east, this area is called southeast. Okay, now you are here, there is that reception block, and check the arrangement of questions, because questions and the audio, they will be in order. So first we have question number 12, then 13 is near the lake. Near the lake there are 2 things. Answer is actually, and you know it's very easy to spot. They will say near the lake there are 2 dash. And next we've got question number 14, and that is next to marsh and dash area. Now what you have to do, you have to follow the audio. If they say, well, you are here at the reception block, when you come out of reception block, you will reach rare breed section and then grazing area. So you come to grazing, your pencil will move. If they say next to grazing area, we have dash area. Now that will be your answer. So answer will come next to grazing area. Let's see.
Let's start by seeing what there is to do. As you can see here on our giant wall plan, we are now situated in the reception block here. As you walk out of the main door into the park, there's a path you can follow. If you follow this route, you'll immediately come into the rare breeds section, where we keep a wide variety of animals, which I shall be telling you a little more about later. Next to this, moving east, is the large grazing area for the rare breeds. Then further east, in the largest section of our park, is the forest area.
Okay, in the largest section of our park is the forest area. So you noticed rare breed section, then he talked about grazing area, and after that forest area. So you can write word forest or you may write the forest. But I advise you, when it is IELTS listening and IELTS reading, do not write articles. Articles are a, and, the, some. Never write articles, because if you don't write articles, your answer will never be wrong. But if you write articles and the question type is one word only, your answer will be wrong. Now for instance, if this is one word only and you write the forest, your answer will be wrong. And sometimes they have already written the article before the blank. In that case, if you write article second time, your answer will be wrong. So for listening and for reading, never write article. Okay. Alright, let's go on. Now we have question number 13. Again, remember lake, and then next to lake there are two things.
South of the grazing area, and in fact just next to the reception block, is our experimental crop area. In the middle of the park, this circular area is our lake. These two small rectangular shapes here are the fish farms where we rear fish for sale.
Okay, two small rectangular areas are fish farm. Now you may write fish farm or fish farms, both are fine. Okay, so correct answer is fish farm. If you write only fish, your answer is wrong, because it's not fish. And if you write only farm, it's not clear which farm, like cattle farm, fish farm and all that. So correct answer is fish farm or farms. Okay, next we've got question number 14, and that is next to marsh, and answer will come with the word area.
To the east of those is the marsh area, which attracts a great many migrant birds. In the southeastern corner, beyond the marsh, is our market garden area, growing vegetables and flowers.
Southeast corner, that area is market garden area. Well done.
To the east of those is the marsh area, which attracts a great many migrant birds. In the southeastern corner, beyond the marsh, is our market garden area.
Okay, beyond the marsh is our market garden area. Alright, now we go on. Alright, now we've got IELTS listening part 2, and we have so many multiple choice questions here. Question number 15. When are experimental areas closed for public? Now, areas closed for public, right? For example, option A, all year round. Now, listen and remember, experimental area where they do experiment. If that area is closed throughout the year, or if they say that area is not for general public. I mean, for example, there are certain areas of the park which are not for general public. So if they are closed throughout the year, then A will be the right answer. Option B, almost all the year. If they say once or twice we open it, once or twice means almost all the year. Or if they say we only open this area on Christmas or on Independence Day, so that means almost all the year. And option C, short time every year. Now short time every year means they can say during the winter months we open this area to general public for 10 days. 10 days is short time. Okay, now let's see what do they say. Experimental area and when is it closed for public?
All these areas can be visited by the general public for almost all the year. Although, please take note of the large signs at the entrance to each area which tell you when certain areas are being used for particular controlled experiments and are therefore temporarily out of bounds to the public.
Okay, all the year? Option A? Alright, it's confusing. Listen
All these
again.
areas can be visited by the general public for almost all the year.
All the areas can be visited by general public almost all the year. So when are the experimental areas closed? We are going to look at closed. They said open. So A is not the right answer.
Although, please take note of the large signs at the entrance to each area which tell you when certain areas are being used for particular controlled experiments
Okay, when certain areas are being used for particular controlled experiment.
and are therefore temporarily out of bounds to the public.
Temporarily out of bound to the public. Which option? C. Okay, option C, short time every year. So they are closed short time every year, but otherwise he said all the year round they are open. Now option A is open all year round, but the question is when are they closed? Now they are playing with you, like in the question they mentioned the word closed. In the audio they are giving you the answer with open. So when something is not open, what does it mean? It is closed. It's like that. So short time every year, C will be the right answer. How can you move around the park? For example, you go to a park, sometimes you walk it, sometimes they have their own transport, sometimes they have a beautiful buggy, horse-drawn vehicle and all that. Option A, tram, walking, bicycle. 3 options. Tram is more like a little train and all that. Option B, solar car or bicycle. And option C, bicycle, walking or bus. So have you noticed bicycle is everywhere. Now you're going to focus what are other 2 modes which you can use to go around the park.
You can see for yourself what a huge area the park covers, and a key question is always, how can we move around? Well, you have a choice of means, all environmentally friendly. Cars are banned in the park. We have bicycles, which you can hire behind the reception block here. The healthy ones of you can go on foot. And finally, there's our electric tram, powered from solar cells. You find more information about this at the front entrance.
So, answer is A? No. Good. Answer is A. I heard C somewhere. They said like environmentally friendly they are, right? That took you to solar car, but they didn't mention the word solar car, right? They said bicycles and buses and cars are banned. Okay, so correct answer is option A, bicycle, walking or tram. Anyone confused about it or clear? All clear? Good. Question number 17, rare breed animals. Rare breed animals are the animals which are not found commonly these days. Rare breed. Rare breed animals kept in the park include, now what are the rare breed animals which are, few of these animals are left. Okay, so rare breed animals which are there. Hens and horses. Option B, goats and cows. And option C, goats and hens. Send Yassi now. Goats and hens. So let's see what do they say about it. Which rare breed animals are kept in the park?
A good place to start on your tour is the rare breed section. We keep goats, sheep and hens and other kinds of poultry. We're also thinking of bringing in cows and horses, but we do not as yet have facilities for these bigger animals.
So we do not have facilities for bigger animals. What are bigger animals here? Cows is bigger animal, horses is bigger animals. So what are smaller animals? Goats and hens. That's right. Please focus again.
A good place to start on your tour is the rare breed section. We keep goats, sheep and hens and other kinds of poultry.
Okay, we keep goats, sheep, hens and other kind of poultry. So goats and hens. Sheep comes here.
We're also thinking of bringing in cows and horses.
We are also thinking of bringing. Thinking of bringing means they don't have them. For example, if I say I'm thinking of buying a coat, It means I don't have a coat, right? So we are thinking of bringing cows and horses.
But we do not, as yet, have facilities for these bigger animals.
Okay, we don't have facilities for them. Question number 18. What is the main purpose of having the rare breeds section? Now, what's the purpose of having this section? Option A, save unusual animals, safety. Option B, keep a variety of breeds. So underline variety of breeds. Option C, educate public. So what's the purpose of having rare breeds?
The animals are fed in public twice a day, and a short lecture given on their feeding habits and nutritional needs. These are very popular with the public, but of course we mustn't lose sight of the main purpose of having this section, not as such to preserve rare animals, but to maintain the diversity of breeds, to broaden the gene pool for agricultural development.
Okay, to maintain the diversity of breeds. What does it mean? To keep a variety of breeds. Diversity of breeds, diversity and variety, they are synonyms in IELTS. Correct answer is B. All clear, or shall I repeat? Clear. I repeat, okay, no problem. I don't mind.
The animals are fed in public twice a day, and a short lecture given on their feeding habits and nutritional needs. These are very popular
Okay, a short lecture is given. Now, this is not the purpose, main purpose.
with the public, but of course we mustn't lose sight of the main purpose of having this section, not as such to preserve rare animals, but to maintain the diversity of breeds,
Okay, so the main purpose is to maintain the diversity of breeds.
to broaden the gene pool for agricultural development.
Okay, question number 19. What can you see in the park at the present time? Present time means currently. Alright, what they will bring in the future, that is not your answer. What they had last month, last week, that is not your answer. So option A, wild birds. If wild birds are present there now in the present tense, it is the answer. And if they say last year we used to have wild birds and some of them died, but now we don't have any wild bird at all, it's not the answer. And if they say we are thinking of buying some wild birds, so then it will not be the answer. The answer is something which you can see. Option B, fruit tree blossom. And if they say our fruit tree will blossom next month, will it be the answer? No, I mean this is next month. Option C, demonstration of fishing. So out of 3, they will talk about 2 things, whether related to past or related to future, or they don't have them there. But the thing which they have, and they will use present tense for that, present simple or present continuous, that will be the answer.
Greenvale changes with the seasons, with different events happening at different times of the year. May will be perhaps our most spectacular month, with the arrival of the Canada geese, and when our fruit trees will be in full blossom. But there are interesting events on all year round. For example, John Havers, our expert fly fisherman, is currently giving displays on the lake.
Our experienced fisherman is currently giving something. So it is all related to fishing. C will be the answer. Let's focus why A and B are wrong.
Greenvale changes with the seasons, with different events happening at different times of the year. May will be perhaps our most spectacular month, with the arrival of the Canada geese.
Okay, May and arrival of Canadian geese. So that is wild birds, but that is in May. It's future. It's not now.
And when our fruit trees will be in full blossom.
And when our fruit trees will be in full blossom, that is also future. That is also May. Okay, so both things are in May. Now when you cross both options, you are left with right answer. So the best way to deal with multiple choice questions is to eliminate the wrong options, and then you'll be left with the right one.
But there are interesting events on all year round. For example, John Havers, our expert fly fisherman, is currently giving displays on the lake.
Is currently giving display. Fisherman is currently giving display, so that is demonstration of fishing. Demonstration means display. Question number 20. The shop contains books about. Now they have a shop, and the shop sells books about what? Option A, animals. option B, local traditions, and option C, history of the park. So what are the books about?
Each of the sections has its own seasonal calendar, and please consult the summary board at the main entrance. And the final section, as we return to the reception blocks, is the orchard. Do take time to browse round our shop. There's a wide selection of books on wildlife, some of them written by local authors, and the history of farming, including organic farming, something which the park will be diversifying into in the coming months.
So, why not C? No. C is, it's not about the history of park. He said the books are about history of farming. Okay, so let's see. The shop contains books like...
Each of the sections has its own seasonal calendar, and please consult the summary board at the main entrance. And the final section, as we return to the reception blocks, is the orchard. Do take time to browse round our shop. There's a wide selection of books on wildlife.
There is a wide selection of books on wildlife. So shop contains books about animals. Animals is wildlife.
Some of them written by local authors.
Some of them written by local authors, not local traditions. They use the word local, but authors.
And the history of farming.
And the history of farming, not history of park. It's history of farming. That is why B and C are. And again, I'm telling you, the day when you identify